All right, guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun white trips weak. Pros X go. On one. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's going on, everyone? ANCAP24 here from HuddleGG. In today's video, we're going to talk about press coverage. And if you don't play over the top, which is a new meta right now that you either don't play over the top or you play underneath, how there's a visual tell of where the routes are going right from the snap. Now, if this is the first time checking out our channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Also hit that bell notification to make sure that you never miss any of our uploads. So this tip can be on the defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball, and we're going to talk about it and how the game is programmed to understand where the routes are going. So I'm going to pick man coverage here, cover 2 man. That's going to be the kind of the meta right now. I'm going to call PA deep outs just as a visual standpoint, okay? So what I'm going to do is they're already pressed, but I'm going to press them anyways just to make sure that you guys see it. And I'm going to play underneath coverage, okay? Now, what I want you to notice is the direction of each of the routes that are going here, right? So on the left, you're going to see that the X is going to the outside, and then on the right, the B is going to the outside. So both outside receivers going outside, both inside receivers are going inside, okay? This is very important. And when I hike this ball, I'm not going to throw it. All I'm going to do is let the play run out, and then I'm going to talk about the visual cues, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and let it go, throw this ball away, okay? Now, what I want you to see is when you look at each of these players, this is going to be 100% consistent from what I've seen, is every time a player is going to the outside, he's going to win to the outside shoulder, right? So he is always going to funnel himself left. Even though this route is 10 yards straight, then it breaks outside, he's going to win to the outside shoulder. Now, this was a post route. So he's going to, even though you look at the guy's got inside leverage on him, right? Because it's going to the inside, he's going to win to the inside shoulder. So at this point, I know if I'm a safety that this guy is not running a post right now. I know he's not running an in. I know he's not running anything but an out-breaking route. So I don't have to worry about him if I'm usering him, right? This is the same way here. If I know that this guy goes to the inside, I no longer have to worry about, is this guy doing a corner route? Is this guy doing a out route, right? I know that he's going to break inside eventually, right? And he does. Same thing with this player. Let's look at him. You're going to see that this guy's head-to-head. It doesn't matter. He's going to win to the side in which he's going to end up going. And that's going to the left. Now this route here, we'll look at it. He's going to win to the outside, knowing at this point that he's going to go and break outside. Now there is one other route that obviously is a streak route that's going to go straight up the field. They always win on a streak route to the outside. So once you see that they're going to the outside, you don't have to worry about them breaking in anymore. You've got it. So this is something that is consistent. I'm going to go ahead and just pick another formation here. And let's go to, let's say, gun doubles, okay? Reason why we'll do gun doubles is because I want to talk about X-dig. Now, X-dig is a route. If you look at this X route, right, I'm just going to put these guys on other routes here just so you can see different type of route combination, just so you can see way they break. Now, look at this X route. It literally goes 18 yards up the field before it breaks in. But because of the coding of the game, this guy is going to win to the inside if I don't press anything or if I press underneath coverage. So right now, I'm not going to press anything. And we're going to see is that guy's going to go to the inside, and I'm just going to basically throw this ball away, and we're going to talk about all the routes and make sure that you see that this is consistent. And this is really something that can really help you on the defensive side of the ball of knowing if you're playing center field, knowing which routes you need to shade over, basically cover and see it. So as soon as this guy wins to the inside, as a player, you should know he is coming to the inside at some point, right? At this point, right, this guy, he absolutely crushed this guy, but he was doing an out pattern, right? So, he was going to go to the outside. Same thing over here. This guy was doing an in pattern, right? But considering that he didn't have somebody manned up on him and he touched his player, that's going to be a little bit different from the tight end's position, so don't worry about the tight end. Let's look at the guys that are manned up. This guy was doing a streak, so he's going to win to the outside on the streak every single time. This type of programming is really going to help you understand on defense, right? I'll just do one more time, and I'll do a, let's do something like gun doubles, PA shot, right? In this play, what you're going to notice is that the Y, even though that the defender's got inside leverage, right? He's going to win to the inside because his route will break to the inside. So let's watch this. See how he wins to the inside? and then you're going to be able to break to the inside, right? So how does that help you on the offensive side of the ball? Well, it's really just about attacking the defense with routes that you know are going to beat them. If I take Davante Adams and know that there's a post, right, and I'm got inside, I know he's going to win his inside leverage, right? So all I got to do is make sure that I got the side on the left-hand side, that free safety moving out of there, right? So if I do something like this, I know that he's going to win to the inside, and I'm going to be able to throw it to him to the inside because of the way that the game is programmed. Same thing with an out route, right? We know that an out route is going to break to the outside, so he's already going to have his leverage, right? So I'm just going to do a smart routed out. On the short side of the field, so this might be a little bit tougher, but we're going to do underneath coverage. And you're going to see here, as soon as you want to throw it before the break, and you're going to have that leverage every single time because he's going to break out to the outside. Now, there are, definitely different routes that are better than this when it comes to, attacking this type of coverage. But I just wanted to kind of show you in this video what you should be thinking about when you're looking at visual cues on the defensive side of the ball so you know who you need to cover. And then the same thing with the offensive side of the ball when they're doing this underneath coverage, or they're doing just regular coverage with no shading over the top, you're going to be knowing that you're going to get the inside leverage every time, or the outside leverage based upon the routes you put on the field, and that's going to be able to open up the thing. So just kind of a little tip that I wanted to give you guys, something that I take for granted, but I know that not everybody knows this. If very little may know this, but I wanted to make sure that you guys kind of had this tip so you can use it to your advantage when you're playing the game to be able to know, what's coming on both sides of the ball.